Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Force here, and today we'll be checking out Sacred Citadel. This is a side-scrolling beat-em-up that is the most recent entry in the Sacred franchise. Now the interesting thing about this game, like I just mentioned, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Traditionally, the Sacred games, Sacred 1 and 2, and the upcoming Sacred 3, well, they're isometric hack-and-slash RPG games, sort of like a Diablo or Torchlight or a Path of Exile. So this is a departure from the traditional game type, but it's still set in the Sacred universe. And this is actually meant as a prequel to Sacred 3, which is planned to come out later this year. So here in this video, I'll be showing you guys some gameplay from Sacred Citadel, and we're just going to hop right into it here. As you can see, there is both local and online game. I will be doing local because I don't want to end up with a party that is just bad. So we're just going to be playing by myself here, but it should give you a good idea of what the game is all about. Now, as you can see, we've got 2 slots here for additional people. It's a 3-person co-op game, and there's actually 4 character classes, which right off the top of my head, that completely baffles me how they didn't make this a 4-player game when there's 4 classes. So there's a warrior, a shaman, a mage, and a ranger. Now, I will be playing as the warrior. He is my level 9 character, and we're actually going to be starting from the very beginning of the game in the very first level. There's 4 acts, roughly, at least in the first act there are 5 levels, so it's a pretty small game, but it's also a downloadable title, and it's on the lower end in terms of its price point, so I don't expect it to be crazy long or crazy in-depth, but the gameplay is actually pretty fun. So let's go ahead and hop right in here. Act 1, Wellbury Town, here in Sacred Citadel.
Long ago, the land was in turmoil. The Ashen Empire was rising, and its influence spread far and wide. The imperial family plotted to destroy the Citadel, where the Seraphim had traded their weapons for a life of prayer. In their dark laboratories, the evil Ashen forged a commander from one of their own, the Gatebreaker, whose sole aim was to bring down the cloister gates and lead their armies to victory. But the Citadel was protected by immense fortifications, and the Gatebreaker needed more power to destroy them. He sought 2 relics of power, artifacts said to hold limitless raw magical energy. He turned to the Grimmocks, horrid abominations created in the same laboratories. The Grimmock warlord was ordered to find the artifacts using whatever means necessary. The warlord marched her troops towards the monolith forest, where one of the artifacts was rumored to lie buried. Oblivious to the growing turmoil, a group of adventurers were relaxing at a local tavern after their latest grand adventure.
And so, that is the story. Let's hop right in and check out Sacred Citadel. I'm actually pretty excited to show this to you guys. It wasn't really on my radar, but the game doesn't seem half bad.
Check out that table there. See anyone familiar?
Yeah, probably part of a mercenary group. You see a lot of them around these days.
Could be returning from the Battle of Brave Rock.
The town is under attack! Run to the hills! Run for your lives!
Alright, so you'll notice, of course, we've got this interesting sort of a cartoony art style here to the game. And we're already presented here with some orcs, although I believe in this universe they're called Grimmocks. I think that's the terminology that's used for them. Being a side-scrolling beat-em-up, it's going to hold true to some of the standards that you expect in that genre of games. There's a whole combo system. So we've got essentially 2 attacks. There's a light attack, and there is a heavy attack. However, by combining those in different actions, you're able to string things together and do sort of different things. So let me just quickly show you what I'm talking about here. So I can just spam my light attack like that, or I can spam my heavy attack like this. And then by chaining it together, you're going to get a couple of combos. However, if I do one and then the other, so if I do light attack and heavy attack, I'm going to get an overhead smash like that. If I do light attack, heavy attack, plus press up, I'm going to get an uppercut like that. And then there's all sorts of different combos you can do, and you'll see me do the ones that I've learned so far as we make it through here. Now, just a reminder again, my character is level 9, so I've progressed a little bit further than this point. This is the very start of the game. So if characters are falling a little too easily and you're going to say, Force, this game looks super easy, part of the reason is because my character does out-level this. Now what that means is there's a level 1 progression system, so his strength's a little bit more up there, allowing him to do more damage. Plus I've acquired better loot. There is randomized loot within this game. You get upgrades to your various weapons and things of that nature. Let's go ahead and head outside, and I'd like to show you just some of the different things we can do. But first, Grimlock Mama.
Refreshing. It reminds me of my childhood. Have you found it yet, my darlings?
Not yet, Mama. This'll take time.
Time? I don't have time for this. Torch the town! The search will go faster. This place is burned to the ground.
Oh, Grimlock Mama, so easy. So easy, so evil. Grimlock Mama, so evil. Okay, so again, I talked about my light attacks and my heavy attacks. I mentioned how we can chain those together to do all sorts of different combos. Beyond that, there's an ability to jump, of course, and we can double jump as well. So for trying, okay, that's not what I want to do here though. You can double jump to try to get over people. There's also a whole dodging system, which I'm doing right now. You can dodge in every direction, up, down, left, and right. And that's a good way to avoid attacks. And you can, one thing that I found interesting is you can dodge right through people. Even bosses, you can dodge right through them. So there's not going to be any clipping or anything that you have to worry about when it comes to bosses. You're able to dodge to avoid their attacks. There's also a sprint here, and you can sprint plus do an attack, which is going to do a tackle ability like that. I'd like to show you that real quick, like this right there. So I can knock people down with that ability there. And as far as I can tell, I briefly played with some of the other character classes. Remember, there are 4 of them. And their combo system seems sort of the same. I think that might change up a little bit for the ranger, but even the mage that I played, she basically had the same combos, except instead of just doing... She had weapons for her basic attacks, but her heavy attack was a fireball, so... Hoping there's a bunch of differentiation. There's a bunch of differences between the classes as you progress later on. Now with the level up system, you're not getting skills or anything like that. You're just acquiring more power or more toughness or more health, things like that. And as you can see, it's more than just 2D because there is, there is a foreground and a background to this here. But I have to say, this thing was not on my radar, and I saw it pop up on Steam yesterday, and I said, yeah, I guess I'll give that a look. I mean, I traditionally try to cover a lot of the new games that come to PC. So I said, yeah, I'll give it a look, and after playing it for an hour last night before bed, I said, this is kind of fun. Like, I could see this being a really fun game for an afternoon or two with you and your friends. Is it going to have a ton of longevity beyond that? I'm not entirely sure, but... initial impressions are this it's really not that bad. It's kind of cool.
Let's get out of here. We'll return to search through the ashes later. Bring the survivors. If they know anything, tickle them until they talk.
Great suggestion, Mama.
As you can see, a little bit of humor in the game as well. Okay, get out of my way, guys. Alright, so I'll be showing you a little bit of the weapon stuff. I guess we could just wait till a weapon drops, we can take a look at that system. And once I have leveled up, so once the level's over, I'll be able to show you the level up system as well. I could do it now, but we're just going to stick with the action here as I do different attacks. We've got this diving attack from the air, which is just a jump, a couple of light attacks plus a heavy attack here. And then I really like the uppercut attack because it allows you to chain those two things together. So I can go uppercut attack like that, and then if he was still alive, I'd chain that attack there. So we've got coins that drop on the ground. You can use coins in a marketplace to purchase upgrades for weapons or your armor, and then all these food items that will, as you probably expect, replenish your health.
You look tougher than the rest. I bet you burn too, though.
Oh, Grimlock Mama.
Are you all right? You look shocked.
So I like the art style here, although I have to say things look a little hazy to me, like as if I need glasses or something. It just looks a little washed to me, unfortunately. And something that really bugs me, let me just quickly show this to you guys. I go to help and options section. If I can show you the resolutions. So there's 1280 by 720. There's no 1920 by 1080. I can show you scaling through here. It goes to 16 by 9, but that doesn't exactly... I'm just surprised there's no 1920 by 1080. That seems like a pretty standard thing, it's a pretty standard resolution to have these days. But, you know, the truth is, I'm assuming that this was just designed for consoles, and that's why they said, hey, 1280 by 720 is all we need, which is unfortunate. I guess if you've got a 1600 by 900 monitor, you're all set, but... My monitor is 16 by 9 aspect ratio, but 1920 by 1080 is sort of my ideal, and unfortunately that doesn't exist. Little recap here. Were I playing with other people, you'd see their recap as well for damage bonus, health bonus, time bonus, score, all that stuff there. And then here's the level up system. So I leveled up, you get points. As you can see, I've been spending them all in attack. At the bottom it says increase of physical damage and melee weapons. There's also defense there, increase your hero's health points. Dexterity improves your chance of performing critical hits. And then power, the elemental damage of your wielded weapons is increased and makes power attacks generate faster. So power attacks is something I haven't shown you. I'll go ahead and show you in the next level. I will spend my points though on more attack. We're gonna max that out at 40, but probably before I do anything else. Just the type of player that I am. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the second level here in the mine, and I'll be able to show you some power attacks with that in this level. And we'll also take a look at the town later on so I can show you the whole purchasing system and everything like that. So we'll be chasing that Grimlock Mama. And once...
This mine is off limits.
You know it's not. Once I get inundated with guys, I'll go ahead and show you my power attack. So let's look at the upper left-hand corner. A couple of things of note. We've got 3 different potions there. We've got that health potion. There's also a potion to fill up your power bar for your specialty attack there, that yellow one. And the blue one, I actually don't know, to be honest with you. I'm guessing that's a mana potion, and I just haven't picked it up because my character doesn't need it. And if you take a look at it here, look at this, we've got ourselves a nice bit of armor. The current armor that I have has literally nothing, 0, 0, 0. The upgrade, the green arrows plus the things on the right, shows the armor that I can pick up, which I do that with left arrow, and that will give me significant upgrades. So let's grab that, some brand new armor. Fantastic, and let's try to take a look at this here. I do not see any visual difference. Maybe it's just because of the style of armor, but it looks that my character looks exactly the same. Regardless, though, my character is now stronger, which is good. Falling down the pit. And hopefully we've got a bunch of guys coming up here so I can show you the power. I guess I could just show you the power attack regardless. So the power attack will charge up as you engage in combat. Oh boy. Here we go. So let's do, it's right arrow, power attack, like that. There you go. And then you can see that uses up that charge up there. When it's fully, when a bar, one of those 3 bars is fully yellow, that's when you've got a power attack available, basically. And I've got access to 2 of them now since I've hit level 10. Prior, it was capped at 1 of them. If I filled up that 1 bar, then that was that. And then eventually we'll have access to the 3rd one as well, just as you level up and progress. Z game. And you know what I can probably do as well? Be sure to remind me. Yeah, remind me after the video is completed recording. At the very end of the video, I'm gonna try to hop in, so long as I remember. I'm gonna try to hop in as one of the other characters just so you can see any differences between them. But we are here in the mine. Alright. So we'll do this and then we can chain it like that. Environmental hazards exist. In this particular part, we've got these little train carts, or these coal carts coming through. The bosses that we end up fighting, they've got things like telegraphed attacks that you can... Oh boy, there we go, I was able to get past that, wonderful. Oh, come on, you're dead, right? I love that. Swinging for the fences there. That's down there on the lower one, so yeah, there's 2 different tracks that you have to worry about. So yeah, like I said earlier, this could definitely, I could see this being a lot of fun with some friends for an afternoon. It boggles my mind though how it's only a 3-player co-op and there's 4 character classes. That just seems like one of those obvious things. Like, you've got 4 classes, make this 4-player co-op so there can be one of every class. Like, how does that even happen? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, let's say they had, it's like this would be just as stupid if this was a 4-player co-op game and there were only 3 character classes, so there was a repeat of every one. I mean, I don't understand how a game makes it through development with such an obvious thing that should sort of be implemented. Kind of, to be honest with you, kind of baffles my mind. So I am just kind of going spammy right now. It is because, like I said, I'm slightly out level. My character actually got to the 3rd level. Not the 3rd act, but just the 3rd level. So I still haven't played a ton of this game. I think I said I spent, yeah, about an hour last night with it. So once we get to the next level, that's basically on par with where he's supposed to be. But you know, it can still get tough, and one of the biggest problems is you get overwhelmed, and as we continue our way through here, you're gonna see there's more and more difficult enemies that we'll be presented with. Alright, we gotta watch out. Okay, well, I could have sworn I was out of range there, but evidently I was not. Let's go ahead and do this little wonderful combo here, and I'd like to do more of that because it's just funny. I mean, that attack is really quite awesome. I think we can just dive right through those guys too. Stab them while they're on the ground. Wreck some face. All right. Every time you clear a little area, there's that little slowdown, that brief slowdown, to let you know, hey, you finished it. Good job. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Get off me! No! You sneaky devil. Wow, these guys are really ruining my day here. Holy hell! You gotta be kidding me. See what I mean? Can really make things difficult. You do have to pay attention, and the types of attacks that you use and when you dodge and all that stuff, it's definitely comes into play big time as you progress through.
He's no trouble. Look, I'll keep him in the cage. He's really very calm.
Alright, so here is, I suppose this would be our first boss fight here. Also, we can do a block with his left shift there. Show you that. Blocking is something in these types of games that unfortunately I don't do as often as I should. I'm more like, hey, I'll dodge and things. But a lot of times that is not sufficient. So blocking is the same key actually as the dodging. It's just you do it without a directional key, basically. Okay, well, blocking that big heavy attack evidently does nothing, so. God damn it. Stop it. Get my apple here. There we go. Lift those guys up. Ew, and get knocked down. Just like that. Now, something I don't like about this game, I know I've been singing some praises here. I could see some people feeling it's monotonous. That might just be because the games, you're looking at the early games, so it's relatively easy at this point. That's funny, you can't jump through a guy, but you can dodge through them. I guess that's not funny, that's, I guess, supposed to be kind of standard. So while you might think the combat's fairly monotonous right now, and while that may in fact be somewhat the case, I know that later on it definitely gets harder. In fact, in the 3rd level, that last boss, I was having a real hard time beating him, which is part of the reason I decided to start at the beginning to show you guys some early gameplay, and then I wanted to try to do that on camera with you guys here. And here we go, finally some randomized loot here. Sometimes loot, as you saw before with my chest piece, will just randomly drop. And here's a nice big upgrade to my secondary weapon, my hammer, so we'll pick that up. And this one, here's a significant upgrade as well. Holy heck. Wow. Okay, so I can go, which one's smaller? So you can, with Q and E, you can bounce between your two hands. And it looks like this weapon is not as good. So we will replace the 13 one. Nice, very nice. All right, so guys, I've got some sweet weapons right here. Rock on. Bigger damage. Bigger damage is always a good thing. Bigger. Yes, it's taller damage, which is the problem with what I said. So up in the left too, that blue bar, that is my experience. So that will show you how close I am to leveling again. You can also break boxes just like that. Oh, so what I was saying, something besides the, I guess, perceived monotony because of the early game, I think the other thing that I don't like too much about this game is I don't really like the music. I don't know, it kind of feels awkward and out of place. But to be fair, I'm kind of awkward and out of place most times, so. So maybe that's part of my problem. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out this last level, Monolith Forest. I want to see if I can beat the final boss there that was giving me such a hard time before I started recording today. And again, this is sort of on par of where my character is supposed to be right now, so in terms of this level. We'll be introduced to a new enemy type. But yeah, again, I'm just going to repeat myself maybe a few more times here, but play this one afternoon with a couple of friends of yours. 2 friends to be exact, not 3. Play this with a couple of your friends. This could be a good time. This could be a good way to spend your afternoon. I mean, the combat's pretty cool as well. Using blocking would be smart. Maybe that's what I need to do for that last boss. Maybe I need to block his attacks. That'd be good. Oh boy, what the? Little trap here. Completely forgot about that. Something that's funny about it though is I can activate it like that and use it against these little fellas. So again, hazardous environments here. But I do like the art style, I like the direction, I like the combat. And you know, it's a pretty cheap game. It's a $15 title. There's crystals. I can show you that system actually as well. In fact, why don't I quickly, oops. There we go. Why don't I quickly show you the crystal system here. We'll go to the hero sheet. So with the hero sheet, you can take a look at your current weapons, the damage range, all that sort of stuff. So we've got my left and right hand attack, my heavy attack, plus the armor that I currently have. And then with left shift, we will bring up the crystals tab. Now the crystals, these are little buffs for you. You can see 10-minute buffs. We've got +4 power, +4 defense, +4 attack. So why don't we actually go ahead and throw both of the, oh no, you know what? I can only have 1 crystal type at a time at this moment. So it looks like I'll unlock additional crystal types in the future. The most I can have is that 1, so we'll just stick with that for now. But yeah, there's this crystal system. And beyond that, that's pretty much it. You've got your 3 weapons, your armor, plus the crystal system. And that is where the character customization comes from this game. Haven't seen anything like any special abilities. That's all these combos here, and I can show you the combos that we've got. We've pretty much unlocked all of them. The only one that we haven't yet, we've got the Stun Slam at level 13, and level 22 is Blood Spin. So yeah, you know, there's not a ton here in terms of the progression, and you're gonna say, Force, well geez, if you've already almost unlocked all of the combos and you only need to get to level 22 and you're already level 10 after an hour, there's not a ton of content here. Yeah, and it's also a downloadable title. It's also only $15, so, you know, manage expectations, I guess, is what I would say. But it's still fun, like I said. I was pleasantly surprised with this game. I was not expecting much of anything when I saw it on Steam, and especially since I had not heard a peep about it at any point. I was expecting even less, but hey man, it's not bad. It is not bad. And we got some orcsies, or some grimoks, that's the word phrasing that they use here in this game. And why don't we use our special attack here? Oh wow, where did it? I didn't even do anything. It used up my special attack thing, but I didn't see it go. Did you guys see it go? Did I miss something? Oh, these guys are really, really annoying right now. Again, proving to you guys that it does get tougher than what you saw at the beginning. And that is exactly the chaining that I love to do there. The uppercut followed by some of this. Oh, I love it. No, I don't love that. You damn orcses. Nope. Cut it out. Hate you. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll make it through this level. We're getting pretty close to the end. I'll try and probably fail at the final boss again. And then we can laugh at myself. I'll show you the town shop, and I'll briefly show you another one of the character classes. And then we'll probably just wrap it up there. But what do you guys think? I'd like to know what you guys think of this game. Let me know in the comments. You gotta remember its price, remember what it's trying to do. And also, how about this too? This is something that I'd love to hear. That was funny. I'd love to hear how fans of the Sacred franchise think about this. Again, this is not a traditional Sacred game. Traditionally, hack and slash isometric action RPG a la Diablo, Torchlight, Path of Exile. This, not at all like that. But it's the prequel to Sacred 3, which is planned for later this year. So, are you guys happy that you get more Sacred? Because, you know, you still have to wait almost another year, or at least another good 6 months until the next game? Or are you like, what the hell, this is tarnishing the Sacred franchise? I'd really like to know what you guys think about that. Again, any fans of Sacred 1 and 2 who are looking forward to the next game. Alright, you idiot. I'd like to get rid of the small guys first. Now, there does appear to be set spawns. It doesn't look like you've got like infinite spawns until you kill boss X or guy X. It looks like there is a set number, so you can sort of strategize in working through the smaller guys first and then dealing with the big guy, which is sort of, you know, a lot of times how I like to approach that sort of thing in any sort of combat-focused game. And what do we got? Ooh, another upgrade. All right, so we can go 17 to 20. We will lack any fire at this point on our weapons, but nevertheless, we've got some pretty hefty damage here. My weapon drops have been increasingly better. I don't think there's ever been a weapon drop that wasn't an upgrade. So that does appear to be a system in this game. Weapon drops will be upgrades for the most part, at least in one sense or another. And then look at this guy. Look at this fool over here. So let's wait for the spawns. Where are his spawns? They will be coming. Oh man, more damage. Love it. Now the fire, the weapons that did have fire, it was a random proc as far as I could tell in terms of like when that happened. When it came and stuff like that, so. Get out of here. Get out of my face. No! Hate you guys. Ooh, there's so many now. These little rolly guys are really annoying, to be honest with you. These little things, they look cool though. I'm super bummed by the lack of 1920 by 1080 resolution. That is something that really does bug me quite a bit, to be honest. And I think that is the result. The blurriness that I'm sort of experiencing, or sort of the graphics that feel a little washed. They just don't really feel crisp, if you will. I think a lot of that has to do with, you know, I'm playing 720 on a 1080 screen. So the pixels are a little kind of stretched out, if you will. They're bigger than they're supposed to natively be. And here is the boss of Doom. Boss of Nightmares. Oh man, this guy. Okay, all right guys, well this is the big moment here. This is the moment you all been waiting for. You're gonna see me fail pretty hard. Have I been doing that already throughout? Oh, my apologies. Is that a health potion? Are you kidding me? That is hilariously awesome. So what I will try to do here is handle his ads first, because again, like I mentioned, there's not an infinite respawn thing. There's a set number of things. So I handle his ads and then I deal with him. I'd like to try blocking his attacks, actually. I'm gonna try that coming up here. Can I block his attacks? Yes, I can! Oh, holy Cucamonga. Well, actually, you know what the funny thing is? I say that as if it makes a difference. I was dying to him charging me, which I don't know if I can block that, so it might not even make a difference, to be honest. Because his normal attacks were easy enough to just sort of walk right by. It was his charging. Even these little guys charging can be annoying. No! Get out of here. No, God, look at these idiots. Doing so much damage to me. Okay, here we go. You know what? I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, actually. We'll see here. I'm gonna try to just block his attacks here, and then hit him in return. Oh, this is easy. Damn, I'm sorry. I wanted you guys to have an epic battle that I was dying horribly to, but now that I know I can just block his attacks. And another interesting thing is it appears the block, even on this boss here, I do not, oh, I didn't have the block up there. It seems like I do not take any damage whatsoever. It's not like a portion mitigation. It looks like it's full mitigation. So that's kind of funny. That just turned this fight from crazy and interesting to super boring, didn't it? Oh man. That's really too bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. For the sake of interest, I know that really kind of sucked, but alright, both of these weapons are 20. Which one do I want? I kind of don't want a mace. I like a sword and an axe better, but oh well, whatever. It's more damage, so kind of got to take it. And the armor, this is a good upgrade as well. Looks like I lose on, is that like elemental protection that I lose on, but I gain on defense. Plus I gain some more attack as well. That's a good trade-off, if you will. Wonderful. Let's move forward there. Well, I am pretty content with that, so we're gonna wrap things up by doing, as I promised, I will show you guys the shop, the town, and I will show you briefly another one of the characters. Okay, so enter town is what we will be doing. That is done with left shift. We can hop right into the town here. And again, this is where we're able to purchase things for the upcoming mission, Rock Shaw Village. I'm assuming as you work your way through the acts, the village that you visit will be different, and we can just go up to these guys and talk to them. So this lady right here, I can purchase crystals from her. There are varying levels of crystals. There's level requirements plus, as you can see, a pretty hefty cost for that higher tier of crystals. But yeah, it's all just attack, defense, dexterity, and power. Okay, so that is the crystal vendor. Then we've got some weapons over here. You can see those are not good for me. This one would be a nice one to have, actually. But again, since I'm about to do another one. And then beyond that, we've got some armor choices here. So one of them's an upgrade.
Change your equipment.
This guy right here will let me change equipment. And then person at the well
Want to place a bet?
is a betting system. Interesting. So little events. That's kind of cool. And then we've got some potions over here. And then that is the way out. Let me try that betting thing because I did not know about that. Let me quickly try that. Let's place. Yeah, let's place a bet. Lifetime score.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, so you can place a bet for the upcoming mission, I guess.
Change your mind.
So you can place a bet for the upcoming mission. Ah, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. That's neat. All right, well, we're going to be backing out of this anyways. Let's leave the town. And then I will show you some of one more character for just a brief moment. Let me show you my mage here. I played her for just a second or two. And she can only go to levels that she's unlocked. As you can see, she hasn't been past Wellberry Town, so can't play any of the other levels, even though I've unlocked him with my warrior dude. And as I show you this gameplay of this mage lady, we'll be wrapping things up here. So let me quickly, brief little recap. Once again, this has been a look at Sacred Citadel, a side-scrolling beat-em-up that is the most recent entry in the Sacred franchise. It is actually a prequel to Sacred 3. The game has 3-player co-op, 4 playable classes. You can do local or online play. There are 4 acts within the game. It seems like it's relatively short, but it's also only a $15 title. So, come on, die, thank you. Available now on Xbox Live Arcade, PlayStation Network, or Steam for the PC for $14.99. And that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks again. Once again, this has been Force checking out Sacred Citadel. If you like the content, please subscribe. As always, keep watching and keep owning. I got this attack here. Nice, that's pretty cool. Pick up your armor. No? Not yet?